Okay, so we're back out here at the Mini dealership, and why? Because I want to. And I have a car to share with you all. So this is a 2020 Mini John Cooper Works Clubman. And yes, this is a really cool car. It's in pepper white with the red roof, red stripes, red mirror caps, silver wheels. It's just an incredible vehicle overall. Pepper white, one of my absolute favorite colors on a Mini. I know not everyone liked it. Come to the back, you got these beautiful barn doors. This is probably one of the most practical Minis to load and unload because of the barn doors. It just makes it almost fun in a way. You have one door that you can open if you just need to open one to get stuff in and out, or you can open both. I just really like that. We also have the twin exhaust pipes. Now this one actually has a valve in it that when you push the toggle switch for the driving modes and switch it to sport, it will open that valve. So you will basically straight pipe the car. Nice rear spoiler here. Beautiful details throughout the car. Come to the back, you have the same seats you have in the front. You have the beautiful leather and Dynamica interior with leather and Alcantara. Very, very nice, very comfortable. These seats look practically brand new. And this is a 24,000 mile car. Up front, same thing with the quilting going on here. You have a center console with wireless charging for your phone. If we power the car on briefly, you have navigation and Apple CarPlay. It is a touchscreen as well. You also have an analog speedometer and tach over here versus the digital one because this predated the digital. You also have a head-up display here, panorama sunroof, lumbar adjustment, which I love because my car doesn't have that and I always have back issues. And you have Harman Kardon. And it goes even further than that because there's plastic sheeting on the floor. They just got this car ready for the lot, so this has been fully cleaned up and ready to go. It is just really nice. Now if we go under the bonnet, we have the B48 A20 T1, and I know this because I've done research on these cars. 301 horsepower in the US market, 331 foot-pounds of torque. Fantastic engine, great engine. I love this engine. Couple that with an 8-speed sport automatic transmission and a limited slip differential, and it puts the power where it needs to put it, and it just goes like hell. It's just a great, great car. It has sport suspension, so fun fact, the JCW Clubman actually sits about 10 millimeters lower than the stock Clubman. And JCW Clubmans get this stress bar added, whereas the regular Clubman does not. This is also a feature that you get in every single Countryman, weirdly enough. But it just adds a little bit of stability there, a little bit of rigidity to the frame, makes it a fun car. You can do all sorts of crazy modifications with these cars too. You can even get an Venturi intake in here that would make this hood scoop functional, and you can get them in carbon fiber. So there's lots of things to go on that would make this car even more fun. So for the wheels and tires, we have 18-inch wheels with Continental 225/40/18 tires, and I love Continental. They make a great tire, and I've actually put this size tire on my hardtop before, and it fits perfectly. So I know these wheels and tires would probably fit on my JCW. We could test that out if we really wanted to, but we got to move on. Big JCW brakes, of course. This thing will stop on a dime. So now that we've walked around the car and gotten a feel for it, how does it drive? Now, granted, I've driven the 2020 Clubman before. I've driven the 2020 JCW Clubman. I've driven the Launch Edition. I've driven every single one they've made. But I've not driven a 2020 JCW Clubman that was used. Or have I? At any rate, I don't often do driving videos, so we're going to do one with this car. Okay, so it's been several years since I've driven one of these cars, and it sounds pretty good still. So, got everything ready, got my steering wheel where I want it, got my head-up display activated. Sport mode will open a flap on the exhaust, so... So by far, this is one of my favorite Minis, obviously. Yes, it's an automatic, but 300 horsepower is just too much to pass up. I mean, who would give up 300 horsepower in a Mini? This thing's a missile. The instant power. Oh my gosh, I love this. Oh, I love this car. And I've been around tracks in this thing before, and it is such a blast to be in driving around a track, let alone driving it yourself. I'd love to drive it around a racetrack, but riding in it is just as much fun. This is just an unbelievable car. And that 301 horsepower goes to an all-wheel drive system with a limited slip differential, so the power is going where it needs to, and this car is gripping the road like crazy. It just loves to drive. It's a great car. Head-up display gives me the information I need. I miss my head-up display, but this one really works well, and I'm able to see exactly how fast I'm going, which is possibly a good thing, or it could be a bad thing, depending on who happens to be watching me drive. It drives really well, too. It's such a comfortable, such a solid vehicle. It doesn't feel overly twitchy. It feels planted. It feels comfortable. I mean, it's not a harsh ride like you would find in some of the regular hardtops. The ride is just nice. It rides like a bigger car. It doesn't look like a big car, but it rides like a bigger car, and it handles like a bigger car. That's what I always loved about the Clubmans. When I had my first Clubman, I liked the fact that it was a longer vehicle, and because of that, it felt like a more substantial, better to drive car to me. Granted, the regular hatchbacks are amazing vehicles. The Clubman has just been a fun vehicle, and it's unfortunate they've discontinued the car. But I happen to think that this was probably one of the best ones they've ever made, and I wish they had kept building them. But it would have been interesting to see what the F66 generation would have been like for the Clubman, the F64, if you will. It probably would have been an incredible car, but unfortunately, that didn't happen. Well, here we go. The grip in an all-4 is amazing. Combine that with horsepower, and it is just incredible. The car is just great. It rounds corners like a champ. And those JCW brakes stop the thing on a dime. That is a quick stop. Whew. Okay, let me get my eyes back in my head first. All right, now we're ready to go. The sound of the exhaust, that note when it shifts, just makes a pop. Well, not a pop, but more like a... I can't describe it really. It's just a cool sound. All the ones that have this particular engine do that. Cornering is just incredible. It is so well planted. Oh my gosh. I love this car. I've driven enough of them that this is probably one of my favorite minis out there. If I bought another car right now, I'm looking at the possibility down the road of replacing my JCW hardtop. But what would I replace it with? Probably one of these. And yes, it's an automatic, but it is just so much fun to drive. I can have so much fun with one of these, or get myself in trouble, one or the other. Let's do a few more little loop-de-loops. As far as handling, this thing handles incredibly well. The stability control is fantastic on these cars. The all-4 system, the Countryman even handles incredibly well around tight corners, which is something you wouldn't expect from a crossover utility vehicle, but it does. It does very well around corners. The Clubman is no exception. I'm not even going fast and I'm having fun. I love it. Just the sounds it makes. It just makes such wonderful sounds. And I know Petrolped owned one of these too at one point before he got his Porsche Boxster, and he loved this car. It was between this one and a JCW GP3, and he ended up buying the JCW Clubman, and I think he really enjoyed the car. From what I've heard when I've chatted with him, he really loved that car. So he loves minis, obviously. He owns a Porsche, but he loves minis too, and this was one of his favorites, and it is one of my favorites. If I had to do it all over again, I probably would get a JCW Clubman just because I think it's a great car. But I like my JCW hardtop, but this thing is just incredible fun to drive. Just the acceleration alone, just stomping on the pedal and going, is enough to put a smile on your face. You don't even have to be whizzing around a racetrack to love this car. So it's quite a different experience running the car in manual shift mode, but the paddles work really well. I don't usually drive them in manual shift mode. I don't know why, it's just something I don't think about, I guess. But I have the shifter in sport mode, and then I put the paddle shifters on, and it is a fun vehicle to drive with the paddle shifters. Granted, I don't need to use all 8 gears while I'm going down this road. In fact, I could downshift to 5th at this point. So downshifting to exit a highway in manual shift mode, let's find out. Fun. Like I've said time and again, the JCW Clubman is one of the best minis out there, which is why it's in my top 10 list of minis you should buy. Anyway, back to the dealership. So there you have it, my thoughts on the 2020 JCW Clubman. Fantastic as always. 24,000 miles later, it's still just as good as it was when it was brand new. And if I had the money right now, I'd be buying this one because I love it. I think it's just amazing. So I would stick around here longer, but I have to go make money to continue to support my hobby. So continue watching the channel, consider subscribing, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. I'll see you in the next video.